what's the scoop with Debo? I mean, this is it, right? So let's roll. What do we have?
Debo does not have structural damage in that shoulder. It's not a hairline fracture like last time. He was limited in practice on Thursday. The fact that he's even out there limited is probably a good sign. We also know how violent Debo's play style is. They're not going to put him in harm's way. You know, when Debo wasn't out there, Rich, for however many games that was earlier this season, they were not the same offense. And you saw that, and they lost games, and they didn't function as well. He is their tone setter to go up against a Lions team that is going to want to set the tone like they always want to do from go in this game. If Debo can physically be out there, if the team clears him, he's going to give it a shot. There may also be something to be said if he knows that he's not 100%, that maybe exercise caution, get him closer to being all the way back come Super Bowl time. That is one that I would not be surprised at all if they take this up really close to kickoff here. But they should have a pretty good idea, if not today. I fully would anticipate that they list him as questionable. Should have a pretty good idea, I would think, after tomorrow's walkthrough, how is he feeling? Because that's the biggest thing, as Kyle Shanahan keeps saying, he's not injured in the sense of he's got something structurally wrong, but he is in a lot of pain. And that pain, even if you're going to take something to help with it, that is potentially going to be a factor in the final decision.
Any other injuries we should be looking for, or news on injuries? Mark Andrews is off IR, so he's going to make it back. I guess I'm asking multiple questions at once. Let's start with that, and then you could tell me about the rest of the injuries, about what to expect out of Mark Andrews, snaps-wise and play-wise.
Well, Mark Andrews has been a full participant since the middle of last week in practice. So everything seems to be tracking for him to play a significant role in this game, which is crazy.
Yeah,
he cracked his tibia and suffered an ankle ligament injury in week 11. And you remember John Harbaugh at the time basically saying, like, yeah, it's not looking good. We'll hold out hope that maybe he can get back. But as Andrews progressed through his rehab protocol, all of a sudden it was like, okay, if we get to the championship game, we think there's a pretty decent shot. I don't know that he's going to go out there and play 70 snaps, Rich, just because his wind, as much as anything, is going to be an issue. But when they need him in red zone and otherwise, I would anticipate you're going to see a lot of Mark Andrews. Beyond that, on the injury front, Dan Campbell said Frank Ragnow is going to be good to go. It's a Pro Bowl lineman. He is their tone setter on the offensive line, so that's going to be a big deal for the Lions in that game. Isaiah Pacheco missed some time this week. He's dealing with a toe injury, and I think it's a knee injury. Andy Reid, though, indicating he should be good to go. So a lot of tone setters, Rich, that we're talking about these guys. Pacheco's another one, pound for pound. Give me him as the strongest, toughest dude in the NFL. But sounds like a lot of these are tracking toward them being out there on Sunday. Debo is clearly the number one question.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.